The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Check it out one time.
Truth Nation, great morning. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth. We are inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
Great morning, bro. How you doing and feeling?
Hey, I'm sleepy, but it's all right. We here. Y'all be safe out there. There's something going around that's getting everybody sick.
Yeah, the new version of COVID is going around. And Will, great morning. How you doing and feeling?
Good morning. Happy Monday. Feeling good.
All right. The God MC, Rakim, had to cancel his New York City, and you know it got to be something wrong.
Yeah,
he was at the City Winery, scheduled to be at the City Winery in New York, and he had to cancel because they say he's tested positive for COVID-19, and he's really battling right now.
Something new coming around. It's a new COVID, and it's a new strain. So y'all, still do the same. Wash your hands.
That's right.
Do your thing. That you're supposed to do, that we all live through.
People end up getting lackadaisical about it. And, even when COVID was out there, a lot of the things that they were saying that people need to do, it's things that people should have been doing. I always pointed that out.
Yeah,
you should have been. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Been mindful about this and been mindful about that. But it just kind of goes to show, man, that, sometimes. And then we got our little ones who are basically carriers, because they do pretty much everything that you're not supposed to do.
And then you got we got a little one in the house. When you got a little one in the house, it's like when they go to daycare or whatever.
Exactly.
So I had been sick for I just got done being sick. And I had been sick really for 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just going through the house, boom, 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 boom.
Right.
Come back to you and woo, woo. And I was like, just this weekend, I just started feeling okay.
That you finally kind of
feeling the remnants of whatever it was, right? But yeah, even Friday when I was on air, it was I kept having to press the cough button because it was the tail end of whatever it was.
Right.
Yeah, so the change of weather, all that stuff starts happening, and this is where we end up.
Right. So yeah, make sure y'all protect yourself and just disinfect things. It's people.
Yeah.
One of the things that I also talk about, Brother Dame, is the people that don't tell you that they're not feeling good, and you even approach them when you hear them coughing excessively. You get what I'm saying? You be like, "You all right?
Yeah. You
good? Oh no, I'm good. I'm good." This just saying, are you really good? And then they won't tell you. Then in a roundabout way, kind of as they continue to show symptoms of something, I just been fighting this little cold. Hold on, you think it's a little cold?
Yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying? And then people are like, the whole house was sick and all of that kind of stuff. So just be mindful, be respectful of other people, and put the mask back on if that's what you got to do. You get what I'm saying? But don't just come around other people and because you wanted to come to such and such party or you wanted to be here and I wasn't going to miss the party. You should have missed the party if the chances of you infecting a lot of other people that may have low immune systems, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You didn't mess it up. You didn't.
I missed the whole. I missed that whole week. I was like, I'm not even finna go to the radio.
Right.
And I didn't.
But it was that. It's that important. Like when you feel something, like you know what?
Not until I felt like I could. It wasn't. Like I said, I've been dealing with it, the cough or whatever. But I wasn't. Yeah, I stayed home for that week. I was like, I'm sweating and stuff, and it was crazy.
Right.
And it wasn't. It was just crazy. And I just want everybody to, if you're feeling that way, make sure you go see a doctor or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Drink some fluids, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. And listen, I have to just salute. You know how when they say you have to toot your own horn? I have to salute Good Karma brand, the whole family, ESPN, TMJ, The Truth. When I say the NASA's live was, man, it went above and beyond. So like even the promo that we were running and talking about, Ric Flair being there and then surprise guests being there. When I say for everybody who attended and it appeared that like the whole Riverside Theater floor was full from front to the back. And it did not disappoint. When I say everybody was there, Craig was there, Greg was there, let's see, all of our Abdul, AP, all of our other family and teammates, everybody was there and on deck, man. And when I tell you that before the show started, to when the show started, when there was a small intermission, and then when we returned with the second half, you had the Brewers who had just came off of that magnificent win in the home opener at the American Family Field, and then the now legend, he's in the history books as it stands now, The Miz, who ended up having those 11 strikeouts, which placed him in the history books in the Major League Baseball realm. And some of the other players, and of course, Pat Murphy, the coach, man, they were there. Other Bucks players were there. Giannis was there. And just so many other who's who was there. And I was there, obviously with Good Karma brand, but the mayor, shout out to Mayor Cavalier Johnson, who had invited me to the VIP world of the podcast. And so, man, we were there. And then he was like, Homer, there go Ric Flair right there sitting on the sofa directly in front of where we were sitting. He was like, let's go on over here. So I'm like,
Rick?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Woo! Listen, man. So, and he just did not disappoint. Will was there. Will, tell us from your perspective, man, what was it like? Because when I say Good Karma brand was shining bright like a diamond, we were.
Dope.
So how was it for you, Will?
It was awesome. I was working the event, so, I was going around getting some videos and pictures and stuff, but I did get to enjoy a lot of the show, and I thought it was awesome. I mean, like you said, it over-delivered. It was, the hype, it lived up to the hype.
Absolutely. Will, Kyle done a great job.
Did you tell Giannis what I said?
No. You know what? I was feeling nice.
Thank you, brother, because I don't want to get punched in the back of the head or something. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I got you.
For looking out for my safety.
For the record, though, I definitely could have told him because we're tight, but...
I know. I appreciate you,
Yeah. So yeah. But man, listen, when I say and to everybody who did get to come out and enjoy it, man. And then I got the Giannis gummies. You know, they were giving out the Giannis gummies. So yeah, man, I was able to get me and Cheryl a bag of the Giannis gummies. And man, it was just it was awesome. You know, shout out to David Gruber.
You know, you have to distinguish these just regular gummies. Right?
Yes, absolutely. Well, I'm thinking when I'm saying an NBA player and he got his name and his number on there, I would, he got to be tested too.
The NBA don't really have they let
strict.
The NBA ain't that strict on that as they used to be. You know?
So yeah, man. So that was awesome. And then to kind of culminate the weekend, because that was Friday, right? To culminate everything, I'd been informed earlier in March that I was going to be inducted into the Milwaukee Hip Hop Museum.
That's dope.
Hall of Fame. So I was able to go there. Me and Cheryl, we were able to go there, and D-Star, who has Out the Box podcast, ended up doing his podcast show and interviewed me about it. And then, of course, Antonia ended up presenting me the actual award. It's beautiful. I think I'll send a picture into the chat so we can have Will put it up. But it was such an honor, man. And for me, bro, I'm just really, truly humble with anything that I end up receiving like that. So it means so much to me to be able to receive such an honor, and to know that I'm born and raised here in Milwaukee, so it meant even more. So I just put the picture inside of the group chat, so if Will can bring it up, then y'all get to see it if you're watching us on YouTube. Great morning to everybody on our YouTube page. While you're there, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, a.k.a. hit the bell. We are Facebook Live. Of course, while you're there, you can like or follow the page. And, of course, on X, it's all at 1017 The Truth. And to everybody who's checking in on our YouTube page, great morning to you. Love you. Appreciate you. And the True Talk text lines are always open for you at 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. But if anybody gets to, kind of show out, it's the Good Karma brand. We showed up and showed out.
That's dope.
Yeah, so I'm going to have Will put up a picture of that award that as they inducted me into the Milwaukee Hip Hop Museum, presented to Home Blow, pillar of local radio and DJ culture, on March 28th, 2026. Beautiful, beautiful honor, and thank you very much. And if y'all get a chance, make sure you go and check out Milwaukee Hip Hop Museum. Antonia Anderson runs that. So, yeah, make sure you go and check that out. So that's it. You know what I mean? And it means a lot, when it comes from your people.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I ain't do nothing this weekend. I took off Saturday.
Did you?
That's a lot for me.
Oh, yeah, I got you. I
I usually I work. Saturday is my busiest day. The mentoring kids, but I just needed to take a day. Mm-hmm. And it was great to just be sitting at home with the family and just, it was great. And we often talk about mental health and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
And it was definitely needed. It had been a rough week, and I thought about it, and I was like, I hadn't had a Saturday off that wasn't forced from being sick or something like that, or a holiday. How
did it feel, bro?
It had been 6 months.
How did it feel?
Oh, it was great. I sat on the couch and watched NCAA, and
that's why I encourage it so much, bro.
It was great.
That's why I encourage it so much, bro.
Yeah,
that feeling, man. That feeling is priceless when you're not forced to have to do it, and you can just be like, you know what, this is my day.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing. Sat around the house.
There you go.
And hung out. That was it. And I hadn't been able to do that in so long without it being forced.
Yeah. So, but when we come back, there was some things that were going on. They had a flyer and everything, Vaughn. Bayshore Mall and Mayfair Mall.
They had a flyer?
I'll put it in the group.
They have a flyer for somebody else's spot.
So it was a lot of teens and probably young adults that ended up doing what they call teen takeovers. So they do teen takeovers.
That's dope.
And it's not only happening like here in Milwaukee, it happens in Chicago and other places or whatnot. But when we come back, we're going to check out the TMJ4 news story on it. And I'm blessed to be able to have Brother Vaughn Mays, who is the creator and founder of Comforce MKE, which has many divisions, and happened to be there, as a CVI, a violence interrupter, community violence interrupter, and as well as some people from 414 Life. But I'll let him talk about that. But we're going to come with the video when we return from our break, and we're going to talk about it in Truth Nation. We definitely want to hear from you. 833-212-1017. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth. We'll be black.
Coming with straight truth.
Did you go along with this? Did you plot this out? Did you go into the store with the intentions of causing a negative situation? This is the part that people don't like once they get into court after they get caught. Now, should he be executed for killing somebody he didn't do? I don't think so. He's already serving life. He's going to die in prison. I think that's what's going to happen. At the same time, this is a message to the younger folks.
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Hey fans, John Kuhn here, team captain of the Potawatomi Sportsbook. And there's a reason it's considered the Midwest's premier place to bet on all your favorite sports. The full bar, awesome dining, 2,000 square foot screen, and nearly 100 betting kiosks makes for an unbeatable playbook. Bet above the rest. Only at Potawatomi Sportsbook in Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Brunch plans? Happy hour plans? Either way, get loaded. At Loaded Spud, we turn the classic baked potato into a full-on flavor experience. Swing through for brunch favorites like shrimp and grits and chicken and waffles, then come back afterward for happy hour and our loaded bowls, paired with cold drinks and a laid-back vibe. Enjoy happy hour from 4 until 10 p.m. with special prices on loaded potato favorites and drinks. Bring your friends and get your Spud on. Big portions, big flavor, no ordinary bar food. There's always a good time to get loaded. Stop in today at 789 North Water Street or visit online at letsgetloaded.online.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Great morning, Truth Nation. Welcome back to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie, in the building.
Now, there was a situation that took place over the weekend, and the targets were Bayshore Mall and Mayfair Mall. And we're going to play this news clip to bring some people up to speed on what took place. And then we're going to be joined via phone line by Brother Vaughn Mays, who was there and was, encouraging parents not to, if your kid's talking about coming to Bayshore, don't let them go. Mayfair was on point, and they were ready. I saw all type of videos on social media showing that Mayfair wasn't going to have it. Law enforcement out there wasn't going to have it. But just to kind of bring people to speed, the story says 13 people arrested after large crowd and fights at Bayshore Mall. So we're going to watch this clip, and then we'll bring in Brother Vaughn Mays, who was there, and he can give you his perspective as one of the community violence interrupters that were there because of hearing about this situation. So, Will, if we can play that clip.
A normal day at Bayshore Mall turned into madness as hundreds of teens showed up and several fights broke out.
Some concerned parents I spoke to off camera tell me this was part of a mall takeover. You can see the post that went viral on Instagram. Well, Glendale police tell me they were aware of that post and had increased security and patrols ahead of Sunday.
Even with that increased presence, TMJ4 cameras captured fights like this one that spilled out onto a busy Port Washington road. For several hours Sunday afternoon, Glendale police, the Milwaukee County Sheriff, and mall security worked to clear hundreds of young people from the area.
A little action here and there, a lot of young people.
Community leader Vaughn Mays and several violence prevention groups also showed up, hoping to prevent the situation from getting worse.
Just trying to assist in some prevention. There's been talk online of a takeover here and also at Mayfair. And so we just wanted to come out and assist the security and the department and the businesses with helping alleviate that as best we can.
Bayshore Mall posted this reminder on Facebook Sunday. Its parental guidance policy says Friday through Sunday after 3 p.m., anyone 17 and under must be with an adult.
Y'all stay positive out here, okay?
Community leaders say more needs to be done.
You have to have something more formal to prevent this entirely. So programming in place, supports in place. Hopefully we can get the businesses involved.
We watched as Glendale police made arrests. Tonight, the department confirming at least 13 people were taken into custody. Charges range from disorderly conduct and battery to resisting an officer. In Glendale, Kaylee Starr, TMJ4 News.
So this is a national thing.
Yeah, it's been happening in other places. I've seen a lot from Chicago, where if you follow, and just with being in radio and media, you know, I definitely follow different things that are happening. Chicago has an overwhelming problem with this type of stuff too. So yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. But we've got Brother Vaughn Mays, the founder of Comforce MKE, on the line. I asked him to join us this morning to give us an inside perspective and not just short media clips. Brother Vaughn, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you, man. How you doing and feeling? And what is your truth on this mall team takeover as you and other community violence interrupters ended up showing up down at Bayshore Mall, and what took you down there?
Good morning. Peace to you and the
Brother Dame LZ. Yep.
What's up, Vaughn?
Brother Dame. What's good? Yeah, my legs still hurt, but I'm all right. But yeah, this has been an issue, honestly, for a while. I actually have been talking to one of the aldermen in the area for about a year, if not longer, about these issues happening out there. And we were having conversation about, you know, putting some things in place, because we know this is Milwaukee and that's Glendale and other areas. So I know a lot of people think, well, why are you always responding to stuff, you know, in the West Dallas and stays here? And then you got now, you know, Bayshore, and because these are Milwaukee kids that are predominantly going out to these areas, and, you know, being caught up in the system and, you know, being sometimes injured or worse, you know, by police when some of these incidents happen. And so it's our duty to go out and, you know, try and assist. So just like everybody, we saw the post going around yesterday, and shout out to Amir from 414 Life and Todd from Advanced Peace. You know, they shot out there real quick. Yesterday was supposed to be my day off with the family. I was supposed to have dinner with the folks, so I got out there a little late. And you know, we tried to, I think we were out there at least by 2. I think they were out there earlier than that. But they were supposed to come out at around 4. So, we kind of stayed around the scene to see what would happen leading up to there. There were smaller groups leading up to 4 o'clock. And then, we kind of just peeped the scene. It was like, these groups are just here early. They're waiting around for 4 o'clock. And, sure enough, after 4 o'clock, the flood of them came. And it just got hectic from there.
So how many fights did you personally witness that took place? Because, some people are like, they wasn't even fighting. How many fights did you personally witness?
There were a number of fights. And the thing about, that much space, because they were shifting them around and because they have this loitering thing as well. So you had massive groups just standing on corners. And they were just telling them, just keep moving as long as y'all not standing still in these large groups. Like, we are. And I will say this, I did do a live between that 2 and 4 o'clock to try and tell people to not drop their kids off, because we were seeing people drop kids off. And one thing that we didn't consider was that some of them were parents, but then there's another thing of these kids, we see them on these Lime scooters, and we be wondering, how do they have money to get around on these scooters all the time?
Right.
But a lot of them were in Lyfts and Ubers. So we do have to take that into account because that is something I don't know. Like, some of them kids' parents may not have known they were there, and that these kids got themselves up there through these Lyfts and these Ubers. But I also think that a lot of parents may have been told maybe, we going to the movies, because there is a facility for movies and bowling, but that stuff is, I think that is permanently closed.
Yeah, it is.
Some of these kids might have lied. Some of these kids might have lied and be like, oh, yeah, we trying to go up here and go to the movies, and got dropped off. And as soon as they got out the car, the parents just pull off, and these places ain't even open. You know what I'm saying? Or they coming up there for something different. So we did do a lot to try and encourage parents not to do that. Don't drop those kids off here. If they telling you they coming here for something else, don't, And I appreciate we had parents that pulled up on us, recognized one of us and was like, what's going on? Is it cool to drop my kid off here? And we told them, like, nah, pull off.
Right.
And so some parents did, peep the scene and like, oh, no, this don't look right, So I applaud those parents for doing a little extra work to make sure. But yeah, it definitely got crazy.
Besides Conforce MKE, who else were out there? Some of the other community violence interrupters. And how many? How many would you say?
It was not a lot of us. It was probably ended up being maybe 5 or 6 of us. There were maybe 3 or 4 from 414 Life. I was out there. We had some folks from Advanced Peace. I think I saw a representative from West Care out there. And I'm almost certain I'm forgetting somebody. So,
but it was definitely overwhelming for the small amount of people that y'all had.
Yeah, it was overwhelming for us. And I will say, it's a Sunday. This kind of popped up on a social media radar, so not everybody operates, in a way where they, where they can just get out to stuff like that, or that, don't necessarily scan social media to pick up on some of these things. Which is why we need to do a deeper dive. Now, hopefully this is the push that's needed to formally have that work, that sit down and, more formal plan in place with the GM, with some folks, some electeds from Glendale in that area to put something in place. Because I think a lot of that can be alleviated. There just needs to be some stuff in place, especially in those hours and days where this happens usually, because this has been an ongoing issue. This has been really the first time where we caught it with the flyer and all that and all the hoopla around it, but this has been happening there for a while. And you asked again about the fights. There are a number of fights that we directly intervened in, maybe about half a dozen directly, but there were things happening it's massive there, and it's, you got all these different parts, and so they would leave one area and disperse and then go to a whole nother area where police and where we weren't at, and then fight over there, and that get broke up, and they end up over here. So it was a whole thing just because we didn't have the people to maintain that entire area that they was moving back and forth to. So it was a number of incidents that we weren't there. And like I said on my live yesterday, actually 13 people arrested sound like a lot. But to be honest, they weren't even trying to really do all that. They were trying their best to just get them to leave or get parents to come, or they gave, chance after chance after. They were very, very lenient. Okay. So I do want to put that out there. But, like I said, some people who got arrested, they most definitely made sure they got arrested because they had chance after chance after chance. They were ones who kept until it was like final straw, even beyond final straw, some of them. So, yeah.
All right. Speaking with Von Mays, we got to get ready to take care of some bills, but when we come back, MC, Dame, LZ, if you have some questions as it relates to this. So we're talking about the Bayshore and Mayfair Mall teen takeover events that were being promoted on social media. And definitely for Bayshore, they showed up, and some of them showed out. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We'll be black.
At Versity on King, we believe taking care of our community starts right here, together. Every day, neighbors step up to donate blood, helping save lives in Milwaukee and beyond. But Versity on King is more than a donor center. It's a place for health education, community connection, and support, especially for families facing conditions like sickle cell disease. When you donate blood, you're not just giving. You're showing up for your community. Visit versity.org/VersityOnKing to learn more or schedule your donation today. Versity on King, rooted in community, powered by hope.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
Well, we've got a vehicle fire northbound on 94, right about at Drexel Avenue, off on the right shoulder. Now, they put the fire out, but we do have delays stretching all the way back to about Ryan Road, so that's going to be a tight ride. So give yourself time. Eastbound 94 backing up from about Hawley Road all the way to 35th. Westbound's cleared up nicely. We've got northbound 41 heavy from just before North Avenue all the way up to about Burleigh. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. forecast today, mostly sunny, cooler by the lake, high of 65 at the lakefront, 75 inland tonight, chance of rain or storms, mostly cloudy, low of 44. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Tory Lowe Community Cleanup Event Promotion. Truth Nation, it is time for year again for the Tory Lowe Community Cleanup. Mark your calendars for Saturday, April 18th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. as we will be cleaning up the city of Milwaukee. Again, that's the Tory Lowe Community Cleanup on Saturday, April 18th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Bring the whole family to clean up our city. The Tory Lowe Community Cleanup sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, Steinhaffel's Cousin Subs, and Waste Management. Ron Burgundy here.
Welcome, Black, to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
Yep, shout out to Dean. Great morning, Dean. How you doing and feeling? Of course, on the line we have brother Vaughn Mays, founder of Conforce MKE, which has so many different divisions, and I'm a proud member. You see, I got my Conforce shirt on. But Dame, you heard Vaughn, talking about what he witnessed personally. You feel what I'm saying? Which is different from just seeing the newscast of, different highlights, what they choose to highlight. What do you have? You have anything that you'd like to ask?
Vaughn, what's happening with you, brother?
What's good, bro?
Hey, my question to you is this, and just so you know, you're talking about this. Dame used to work with Russ.
I know.
Oh, okay. Hey, so my question to you is this: what do you think? As I'm all about trying to figure stuff out. So what do you think in this situation? Even though this is something that's happening nationally, where they're doing these team things and they just recirculating these flyers and they're doing these things. What do you think specifically for Milwaukee that we need to have in place so that this isn't as attractive to teens as it is, like skating rinks? Like, is there anything, not to be simplistic about it, but is there anything, because you work with the kids daily, so is there anything you think or you hear from the kids that they think they need so that this isn't as attractive as it is?
I always say, and me and Homer had this conversation yesterday, there needs to be alternatives, right? Because we can put some of that stuff, we have skating rinks, we have different things that are available, but for this population that we're talking about, it has to be done in a certain way with safeguards and with intentionality so that the extra stuff don't happen, right? So you have these people who are in these groups, right? That's like a party. Anybody can throw a party, but say if you throw a party and somebody who Bloods and Crips come, that party gonna look different than if regular people there. So you need to have, if you're going to have a party where them people going to be there, it needs to be certain safeguards to make sure they can have a good time, but there needs to be something there to make sure that the extra stuff that comes along with that isn't happening. And so that takes intentionality. That takes, these safeguards, these programs. It takes the right people to be in control of that space to make sure that there's some prevention, that there's some folks there who are mediators, who have the respect, who can ensure, we all sharing this space, but this is a safe space. We agree to these rules. We agree to these rules of engagement, and, all that extra stuff is happening. Because these young people are, they are very particular. I remember Sherman Park, like, people used to get on me like, man, you got these kids out here dancing and listening to music, and we have to be like, listen, it's some stuff we had to even check ourselves to say, we get on them about not playing music with cussing in it. We get on them about not twerking, right, when it's old people and little kids around, right? Mm-hmm. But at some points, we have to give a little something to build that relationship with them, to not necessarily, we ain't going to trip about them listening to the music with the cursing in it. If that's what's going to keep them, engaged and keep them in line, then we might be lenient on that, right? Which may look crazy to somebody else, but those are the things that we need to meet them somewhere to get to to get access and get their respect and get they. So it just has to be a certain way for this population that we're talking about. So, that's why certain programs who deal specifically with this group of young people. You got the Running Rebels, you got, Andre Lee Ellis and what he's doing. Not everybody can work with those populations. So, that's all I would say is, yeah, open your skating rinks and all of that, but those are for the kids who A, B, C students who don't have these issues or these problems. They're going to come and do what they're supposed to do as regular students. But some of them students, you got to make space for them and make sure you got some extra stuff in place because they ain't going to be like the yes, sir, no ma'ams. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just what I can add through, all the programming and stuff that I've been a part of and the uniqueness of our programming versus others and why we don't have those issues with these populations while other people may.
Yeah, I hear you because I think a lot of times, and we've talked about it, it's in the past many years ago, I think a lot of times it's accepting of what the youth, meeting them, like you just said, meeting them where they are. And too many times as an adult, we don't do that. And so we try to put these barriers up and the kids like, no, that's corny. What you talking about? I don't want to do that. I don't want to be involved in that. And I think right now in our city as a whole, like when you look at places like Baltimore, they're doing that. They're like meeting the kids where they are. And that's why they have the success that they have. So we just got to meet the kids where they are. So what you're saying is so dope and so poignant. And we just got to get buy-in from those that can have the resources for that to happen. So I guess my next question is, who are the people that need to have the buy-in to what we're talking about so that we can get those types of situations to jump off? Because we don't have the deep pockets for it. So who are those people that need to buy in?
I think the funders, I think the hierarchy of leadership that's, that have the supports and, the resources that can help facilitate some of these consistent programming that happen, because a lot of times there are people making these decisions in those positions who just are scared. They are scared too. Like, I don't know if we want to mess with that. I don't know if we want to fun with that because it don't look the way, and sometimes you have to deal with things that sort of way. I think a lot of other places are more open to taking chances and to, exploring those other options while some places aren't. And that's why those places have much more success because they're willing to do, some of those things that other places aren't. In California, they have certain things in place where they essentially, to explain it a certain way, they are paying people to not reoffend and to not commit crimes, right? They have a fund where you can, if you meet certain criteria, exactly, and that is successful. But most places aren't. They wouldn't touch that. They like, we ain't doing that.
Yeah,
but this is why they have the success.
Yeah, I mentioned you right. I mentioned that on air before, and people were calling in like, we ain't paying the people. We ain't paying them not to do crimes. And I was like, but this is what works in other cities, and that's what I'm talking about.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, they're doing a lot of what they're doing because they need money. So it only makes sense to explore some of those options. And if folks ain't willing to do that, then, cool, you can go about it other ways, but you're not going to see the success, right, as some of these other places are seeing. And that's those are some of the buy-ins that we need, here for people to break outside of these boxes of like, okay, let's just build more boys and girls clubs. Well, if you want more essentially daycares that you gon' have formal programming and it's gonna be a certain way. And like you said, you said it perfectly. A lot of these kids are gonna be like, that's corny, and they not gonna go. Or some of these places ain't gonna want those kids who think that's corny. They actually want the kids who like corny stuff. So.
And when we return, we got to get ready to take care of some bills. But you were at this event, I believe the Milwaukee County event, and we saw a news clip where it showed that there was a person that was arrested outside of the event where they were driving a stolen car and had a firearm, and so which. again, made it seem like it was a marred type event, but I know you were there. I've seen a lot of people with social media posts. So when we return, we'll talk about that. And I'll also read some of the comments on our YouTube page and Dame on the Truth Talk text page. We got some comments as well. But right now, Will, you know the man that was at the show, NASA's Live, sitting in the front row, the one and only Gruber.
One call, that's all.
Truth Nation, now is your chance to be our one call, that's all, Gruber 5K giveaway entry for the day. Yes, you can be entered to win $5,000, courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Be caller number 7 right now at 833-212-1017, and you will be entered to win the $5,000 giveaway with the award-winning 1017 The Truth and Gruber Law Offices. Again, that is caller number 7 right now at 833-212-1017. Remember, if you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, contact Gruber Law Offices today. Visit them at gruber-law.com. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com. We got to take care of some bills. Truth in the Morning will be black.
Truth Nation, it's that time again for the Tory Low Community Cleanup. Mark your calendars for Saturday, April 18th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. as we come together to clean up the city of Milwaukee. Be part of making a difference in our community. The Tory Low Community Cleanup, Saturday, April 18th, 8 to noon. Sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, Steinhoffels, Cousin Subs, Waste Management, and presented by the Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District, your clean water partner, serving Greater Milwaukee for 100 years.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee, every street leads to something worth savoring, a place that welcomes you with open arms and where joy is shared in bites, beats, and cheers. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee.
Truth Nation, it's your boy Tory Lowe, and I need to let you know the award-winning Tory Lowe Show can now be streamed live on YouTube. How? Every day from 1 to 4. Truth Nation, I am now bringing all the smoke on YouTube every single weekday. Hey, how? I need you to go to YouTube right now and subscribe to 1017 The Truth and check out the award-winning Tory Lowe Show live every afternoon. Milwaukee Black Talk is now streaming live on YouTube. Now that's powerful.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome black, welcome black. It is Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 FM The Truth. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. Millicent, congratulations. She is our qualifier for the Gruber 5K giveaway. And good luck. Congratulations and good luck. Another story, while we have Brother Vaughn Mays with us, because, again, this is not these conversations that we are having right now. It's not just from what we saw and gathered from news clips. We're talking about things where this brother was actually there at these events. But Will, if you got that other clip from the event that was put on by Milwaukee County, and they said that there was a man that was arrested. He was driving a stolen car and he had a weapon.
New at 10, sheriff's deputies arrest a man participating in a youth anti-violence summit organized by Milwaukee County. This all happened Wednesday, right outside the Washington Park Senior Center. 12 News' Emily Pofall has the video and the reason deputies took that man into custody.
Yeah, you ain't got to put me in handcuffs, bro. I can get in the car.
Just outside a youth violence prevention summit Wednesday, Milwaukee County Sheriff's deputies make an arrest. 12 News is not showing or naming the man in cuffs because he hasn't been formally charged. But body camera video shows he's wearing a logo for the group Protect Our Children, Save Our City, an anti-violence group participating in the event hosted by Milwaukee County's Department of Health and Human Services. Deputies in the video say the man drove a stolen car to get there.
And you took the vehicle without consent, without their permission. What? Okay? So right now you're going to be in custody, okay?
The man says he doesn't know it was stolen.
I wouldn't even be driving that man if I knew it was stolen.
But a deputy calls the car owner's girlfriend to confirm it was.
You said took the vehicle?
Yes, and has been driving it without permission.
Arrest records show the man was arrested for felony operating without consent and felony possession of a firearm.
He has never paid for the vehicle, we asked him to bring it back, and he told us basically to kiss it.
Milwaukee County Health and Human Services declined an interview. In an email, a spokesperson says all invited community violence intervention groups were listed on the event flyer, but the man's group has no formal ties to Milwaukee County. That's not how the man arrested characterizes it.
I had to come to this event because I'm sponsoring one of the event.
Emily's joining us live in Washington Park tonight. Emily, what is the district attorney saying?
Well, the DA's office says that the case hasn't been referred to them yet. Online jail records do show that the man is still in custody tonight. I also want to say I did reach out to his group, Protect Our Children, Save Our City, but I did not hear back.
All right, Emily Pofall reporting live for us in Milwaukee tonight. Thank you.
All right, the arrest at the Youth Anti-Violence Summit. That was a WISN 12 News report. Again, we have Brother Vaughn Mays. Brother Vaughn Mays, welcome, Black, and thank you for getting up early this morning, especially after you got pulled muscle from doing a lot more exercise than you probably wanted to do on a Sunday. Can you give us some insight on this particular summit? And because I heard that there was like 500 youth there.
Man, it was.
Yeah, talk about it.
Yeah, it was. I appreciate the county, DHHS, and all the folks that put that together. Cities United, I think, made that happen. I just want to say that brother did not sponsor any of the programming, so I don't know why he chose to use those words, but it was. I was so upset that was the story that came out from that.
Right,
man. It was so many young people that showed up and did their thing. I mean, that building was packed. The most I've seen that building packed like that is probably like a hearing we've had from like the police department or the whole, when Adam Procell was coming into the Office of Community Wellness and Safety. That building was more packed than I've ever seen it, even for those events.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to young people and when it comes to organizations that support and work with these young people. That building was packed for a number of hours,
yeah,
that just bothers me that ended up the story from that.
Listen, brother,
because it could have been. Yeah, it could have told a different story.
I completely agree with you. As I'm sitting there watching this, and what's funny is I had saw something on Facebook I may have saw one of your posts on Facebook and you were talking about it, and so I went and looked into it. And I was just like, this is ridiculous. The fact that they had all of this stuff going on, and the only thing the news wants to report is that this brother was arrested and he done stole something. But the key element that they're trying to present here is he was a sponsor and the group was on the flyer.
Yep.
And the reason that they doing that, y'all, is y'all, and I'm just gonna be 100 with y'all, is this is more racist news orienting by Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We have a black man that is a county executive that is running for governor, and so in order to make him look more bad and to propel stereotypes that he can't even run his own county system, this is the story they want to promote.
Right.
That is bad promotion. That is bad reporting, and y'all got to stop that, because they've been doing that for 24 years. Since Marvin Pratt ran in 2004, 22 years. They've been doing things like this to every black person that tries to go above where they think they should go. Here they come now.
Outside the box.
Here they come now with everything they can on the county, and the county just had this great event. This person got arrested, and now he's a sponsor, and he works with the county, and that directly is going to reflect on Dave.
Yep.
And so these white folks in these upper northern counties that don't ever see Dave, that don't know anything about him.
That's all they're going to take is this story. That's the story they're going to take away from it.
This is terrible reporting, and this is what we got to stop. And it upsets me to see that.
And this is why, like I say, when I was able to speak with Vaughn on yesterday, because besides working together, we're great friends. You know what I mean? That's my brother. And I wanted him to be able to talk about the things that he was there. Right. You get what I'm saying? You're not going to get it, in my opinion, from a better source than people who were actually there. And to take something that was great, like everybody that I saw posting about it on social media talked about how amazing, how it gave hope, how it, you know what I'm saying, how it's like, you know what, it ain't everybody, and you're talking about 500 youth that knew that this was more important. It was important to come to have their voices heard and all of that. But the only story that popped out was the person that ended up getting arrested, and then it didn't help with him talking about, I'm one of the sponsors of the event. So they piranha'd it. I call it the piranha effect. They went piranha on it, like
they've been go ahead and take it. Same play on black politicians and black leadership in Milwaukee for as long as I can remember.
Yes, sir. I was going to say decades, bro. Decades.
And we have got to smarten up, and as a population, we have got to smarten up and not accept this. Is we have to, white, black, brown, whatever it is, we have got to stop letting the powers that be dictate to us who we are going to have in those positions of leadership. And this is what they do. If somebody's doing something and they're going over their head as they think they shouldn't be doing this, then you got the powers that be. And I ain't talking about the people that we elect. I'm talking about the people downtown that make millions of dollars, that spend millions of dollars, that donate this and do that. This is what happens. And now on the news,
you know what's crazy?
Go ahead, Vaughn.
No, what's crazy is I didn't even know that happened outside until almost days later when it was brought to my attention that this was the news story, right? So. You know, one of the dopest things is we have these meetings, and I always say a lot of these organizations only work with C+ average and above students. So you get the chess club and the ones who got straight A's and get attendance, and they get paraded in front of everybody to lead these meetings and speak for everybody. But this meeting right here, these were young people who people would call YNs. You know what I'm saying? These were young people that may have, been affected or have been on somebody's caseload because they've been in trouble here or there. But to see them leave this meeting and to enjoy this work and to be working with these, like, that was one of the dopest things I can tell you because it was a mixture. It was for all the kids, right? And it's very hard. And you rarely see those young people get an opportunity to lead and to speak for, represent their population. So, it just did a huge disservice. And I think one of the things that we have to do better as leadership, especially for those making strides and doing these, amazing things that the city ain't used or the county ain't used to doing. We got to do better about informing our people that these things are happening in our successes, because people don't know.
Right.
And if they don't know the magnitude of somebody coming for these, these successes and what can be impacted with these negative stories and people framing it a certain way, is if these folks fail, these are some of the main people you have fighting for you and your kids and your family.
Right.
So if you let this stuff fall to the wayside or be destroyed that way, then it's going to affect us even more in this community. So we got to do better about telling our own story, being our own media, and informing us of what is really out here helping us and our kids, so that stuff can be protected and that stuff can be supported.
That part, Brother Vaughn, I thank you for joining us this morning, man. We got to get ready to take care of our bills before we get into the top of the hour, but it was great to be able to get your perception and the reality of what took place at both of these situations that we talked about. So you go ahead on and soak your ankle or put a heating pad or ice pad on your sore muscle that you ended up, destroying because you're not a little kid anymore. But we appreciate you. Yeah, all right. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth. We got to take care of some bills. We'll be black.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on March 31st.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Tampa Bay Rays.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in March 31st at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations, where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. You think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me, because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
There are many times I thought, I can't do this. I mean, what parent isn't worried about? What am I not doing right? What am I not doing enough? And then I realized, wait, that's being a parent.
Don't worry about being perfect. I've had around 3 other mother figures in my life, but only one of them has taught me how a mother loves.
The greatest reward for me is he makes me better every day.
I would tell a family considering adopting a teenager that teenager, whoever it is, needs you, and they need what you have to offer.
Taylor's given me hope. He's our son, and that is what he will always be.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Check it out one time.
Truth Nation, great morning. Welcome back to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We are inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
And shout out to Will. If you're supposed to be at work at 8 a.m., you're late. You're extremely late right now. But Dame, the crazier thing, and I don't know if you were aware of this, is that story, which was on WISN, that story talked about that, but nobody covered the actual event.
Nobody covered the event.
Which is what Vaughn was saying, was like he'd never seen that kind of turnout in that particular facility, and it wasn't just because I have a issue when they just pick the ones that are doing great to be the leaders or to present this. So to know that this was presented by some of what we may call the troubled youth, that was amazing. But to not have any coverage or a highlight on that is what really adds insult to injury. Because you didn't highlight the fact that, look, you got 500 youth in here that could be out here doing anything else or doing what some of them may do, but we don't hear about that.
It really pisses me off.
And it was brought together by Milwaukee County.
Yeah, it really pisses me off when the news presents things like this. And what they're doing is they're adding more fuel to the fire to propel stereotypes of the black community in Milwaukee. And this is why I say the powers that be don't want the black community in Milwaukee to start excelling and to control their own narrative, because if they do, then the fact about the black community in Milwaukee gets out around the state, it gets out around the country. And that's what they don't want to happen. And you have situations where you have Andre, like Vaughn said, Andre Lee Ellis, just to name a few. You've got Conforce doing stuff. You've got Metcalf Park doing stuff. You have certain people
running rebels.
You have certain tidbits of reporting that happens, but this type of reporting happens too much, where you have this great event and this one thing happened and it's marred by this one thing, and that becomes the overwhelming story. When they report about Summerfest, when they report about other things, there were 1,900 arrests at Summerfest this weekend. No, it was Summerfest was great and it did this. You don't hear about any of the other stuff when it's their stuff.
Yeah, because and if you hear about it, it'll be like, there were some minor altercations, but they were quickly quelled.
This was
and
one
now
guy,
Black to the Strawberry Festival coming up.
Exactly. There's one guy that showed up that had done something wrong. We don't even know all the facts of it, but this guy showed up, had his gun, and then talking about, he's a sponsor. So this is all over the news. That's irresponsible reporting. At least talk about the event and say, but the event itself was a great event.
Absolutely.
There were 500 youth there.
That's right.
But you just got done reporting about the teen kids at Bayshore and the 13 arrests there. Well, here's something that's happening in the city of Milwaukee that is directly combating that.
Correct.
Let's report on that.
Correct.
That's responsible and unbiased reporting. This is biased reporting, and this is terrible. And I'm sick of the black community in Milwaukee having to suffer through this type of reporting, having to suffer through our faces of our youth being dragged through the mud and our faces of our people being dragged through the mud. But when this happens someplace else, it's just, it was just boys being boys, and this may have just happened. But this was also a great event. We don't get that type of respect.
Yeah, we don't. The Truth Talk text lines are open if you have a thought or opinion on both the situations that we've been talking about thus far this morning. 833-212-1017. I think I saw Quinn trying to get in. Quinn, if you were trying to get in, make sure you give us a call, Black. 833-212-1017. That is our Truth Talk text line. Dame, what do we have on the text line and on the YouTube
line? People have been hitting us up all morning, and I said the classroom ain't empty, y'all. Just say one person watching, but that ain't the facts. Right. We deep in here.
That's right.
You know, shout out to everybody that's been hitting us up all morning. Willie Jones, Dr. Clarissa Lawrence, Shining Star, Anita Nicole, Aaron Kawanda, Venus Jones. I see y'all. Denise Jones, Sincere, Ronnie Ray Real, Sip 46, Marcus Gray, Alfonso Dupree, Mighty. He said I'm his brother from his father's side. That's what's up. From his daddy's side. Everybody that's on here and Halo MKE 414. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Tracy Hayes, Reginald Jones. I just want to make sure everybody gets their shout out. Sylvia
You know
Coleman.
that's me all the time. Yes,
Yeah, I just
sir.
want to make sure everybody get their love. Sylvia Coleman, good morning, Homer and Dame. You're the best MC in the Midwest. I had to read that because she's right. And DVJ 733 says these news channels, executive, etc. seek out the stories they want to talk about. Although they're not doing the negative stuff, they add to the stereotypes, in my opinion. Right.
Yeah. Halo 1 MK 414. I said earlier, I think while we had Vaughn on the line, said y'all tripping if you think a venue is going to host an event for these wild ass kids. No matter what security you have, nobody is going to allow that in their place of business. Mahdi had said earlier, California crushed cars when involved in takeovers and racing. Milwaukee is a victim of bad politicians. Let's see. I guess
Locked and Lovely added she erased it, but she said which media did they invite to this event where they had the flyer?
Right.
They had the flyer and they stuff. So
right. So they were able to say it was a Milwaukee County event.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So they
I'm
knew.
assuming because my
Milwaukee County sends out press releases.
Right, that's what I'm saying. My work is with municipalities, and what they do is they have all these connects. They're sending it to all of these places.
That's right.
And they show up to and that's what I'm saying. Even when I was working for the city, that's why it gets me so upset. Is when we would do the big clean and you would get one camera person showing up. But if it was something talking about something negative,
let something happen then
everybody showing up. You know what I'm saying? We doing the big clean, we doing hip hop week. We did a press conference at hip hop week. Nobody showed up.
Crazy.
This is something that's benefiting the whole community.
That's right.
And one or two, but I'm just saying.
But and historical because nobody else had.
Right. And this is but it's something positive. They don't want to show up. And this is the same issue and the same complaint that black communities have around the country. This isn't just unique to Milwaukee, but in Milwaukee it just seems like it's worse. And we just keep letting it go because we don't ever say nothing about it.
And to Locked and Lovely, again, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Just to give a what I always call is my real life perspective on your comment. When you say which media representatives were invited to report on this youth event and how come they did not report on the event. Okay, here's what I'd like to say when people say certain things like that, Dame. Where was the press release for the Bayshore Mall situation?
Yeah.
There was no press release.
But they
ended up getting the flyer after the fact. So they were there. They were reporting. They were filming.
They knew this was going to be a mess. Let's go there and
right. You
report
know what I'm saying? So when people say that, there's oftentimes where we can look and it's like they look for the mayhem because they need a story. You feel what I'm saying? It's headlines. And so sometimes, you have some that do, and I'm not saying everybody, but some that do, and they're looking for the headline. I always say nobody sent the press release for this. They were listening to scanners to find out, what happened here? What happened there? Okay, let's send somebody out. So I don't understand why it should always have to be, when you're talking about 500 youth, that should have been enough, just like with Bayshore, when they saw hundreds of youth gathering here and gathering there. You got 500 youth, and nobody says, what the hell is going on over here?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But again, if you're trying to paint the negative thing against Milwaukee County, who, again, they're doing something as opposed to doing nothing.
And listen, if people call up here, right, and they have a negative view of Milwaukee, And it's like you could tell they don't be outside, right? As we like to say. They not outside.
Right.
If you're not outside, then you don't know that this event has happened. You don't know. And you just hearing this is all you're gonna remember. And this is so when you start speaking about things, oh, it's so bad in Milwaukee, it's this, that, and the other, and woo wham. Yeah. But this is what's happening to go against that. This you don't even know
like,
about.
what are we doing to, so here's some of the things that we're trying to do to change
because
things.
Nobody's talking about it. And it's left unsaid. And when it's left unsaid, people fill in those spaces with their own ideas. And when they fill in those spaces with their own ideas, they're left to think that nobody's working.
Yep.
Nobody's doing anything. What are the people doing? Well, you just had a whole event.
Yep.
Sponsored by the county where they had 500 youth in good positions learning something.
Yep. And being able to speak to their own peers.
That's what they're doing.
Yep. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth. The Truth Talk text lines are open at 833-212-1017. We definitely want to hear from you. We're going to take care of these bills, and we'll be black.
Coming with straight truth.
Did you go along with this? Did you plot this out? Did you go into the store with the intentions of causing a negative situation? This is the part that people don't like once they get into court after they get caught. Now, should he be executed for killing somebody he didn't do? I don't think so. He's already serving life. He's going to die in prison. I think that's what's going to happen. At the same time, this is a message to the younger folks.
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Literally one call, that's all.
I made one call, and that's all, worry-free.
One call, that's all. It worked.
Just one call, and that's all.
They will do what they say they're going to do. One call, and that's all.
One call, that's all means security.
It's literally one call, that's all.
It's a phrase we'll never forget. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you can save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You can explore Wisconsin's wild places, learn about wildlife, and support conservation on the Natural Resources Foundation of Wisconsin field trips. This spring through fall, adults and families have more than 270 trips to choose from all over the state. Registration opens on April 8th at wisconservation.org. Sponsored by the Natural Resources Foundation of Wisconsin.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome black. 833-212-1017. We've been talking about our youth, basically, during the first hour and, of course, carrying over to this hour. And we want to know what's your truth as it relates to the different subject matter. And, again, I want to thank Brother Vaughn Mays from Conforce MKE. We've got Blake on the Truth Talk text lines at 833-212-1017. Great morning, Blake. Love you. Appreciate you. You hear the conversation. What's your truth?
love and appreciate y'all more. What's up, Dane? What's up, Big Brother?
What's up,
Homer?
Blake?
Oh, man. Turned on the TV this morning, and I seen the kids jumping across the street on Port Washington like loose monkeys in the zoo. And that's retarded how they had like 4 or 5 different angles, Dane. And like you said, the Milwaukee sponsored thing didn't even have no cameras. So they're doing a misdirection with our children. And then they're also doing these rallies, and they're hiring people to sell flags off of Estabrook Park, off of Capitol Drive. They're finna get ready to get these rallies, man, these king rallies with all these older people. I'm not saying what color they are, but a lot of stuff going around that's not getting said that needs to be known to the black community. They're going to put them when they come. They just coming to us first. Then they're going to break out to the black neighborhood, go to the south side with little homies, and they're gonna reroute and then be out on Brookfield. And I don't like how they're making us look. Damn, you got the right to be pissed. I didn't know all that was happening. They had the speakers so good on the boy beating the other boy up in the middle of the street. It's embarrassing. Where are these parents? Where's accountability? I just laid my auntie to rest Saturday, and we had Patricia Tabor, a.k.a. Hopkins, but like rest in peace, TT. But every young man I saw this weekend, no matter what they dressed like, what they had in their pockets, what they was driving, they were all being respectful. We don't have to fight and be ignorant, but like Vaughn said with the dancing and stuff, you got to give to get cool. But the people that have what we need are not going to let the keys loose to the locks, man. So we got to do something else. And I've been feeding the homeless. You know, the homie, you say get out there and do it. Tori doing this cleanup. I'm trying to grab some more funds together so when I do come out and whatever we do with this boots on the ground, man, they taking out the head first. They cut the head off, the body going to fall. Just like when Snoop got killed and the GDs went down. Y'all got to pay attention to what's going on, man. There's flags being flown by these people. And I understand we got these black people in spots to do stuff for us. They're being portrayed as puppets to me, and I don't like that. So my ears to the ground. I'm out here for the community. I pray that when the weather gets hot that they don't drop like flies with these guns out here, man. And just everybody take care of their family and be blessed and have peace in your house. That's what you do. Everybody have peace in your house. Take time for yourself, Dang.
Yeah. Thank you, brother.
All right. Thank you very much. Again, 833-212-1017 is the True Talk text line. If you have a comment or an opinion that you'd like to express, here's your chance to get in and do that. So it's crazy just to think about the two different events. One that were able to reach the youth, 500 of them, as a matter of fact. You feel what I'm saying? And then, we see what ended up taking place, of course, on Sunday at Bayshore Mall. And then, like I say, Mayfair Mall, bro, you would have thought that it was a troop rally meeting or something. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't getting ready to play no games. They wasn't getting ready to play no games.
The microcosm of this direct correlation and direct way of showing the yin and the yang of it, right, is that you have this one event, like we just said, that was a teen rally. There were probably, if there were maybe 100 kids, 200 kids maybe at the Bayshore Mall, right? I'm just guessing, it was probably a lot of kids, but it probably wasn't.
You're right. I get where you're going.
You get where I'm going, right? So it was like 200 kids maybe. We just say that. But it's on every news channel. Every news channel got a camera that's there. They're reporting this. This is breaking news, what is happening here. We have to change and shift. So now we go to this county one, right? You got 500 kids in there being responsible young adults, in there trying to
speaking their truth,
another place, get themselves out of whatever they in to something else that want to make that difference. Those kids don't get no coverage.
Yep.
So if you a kid and you the importance is being shown from the media, you're like, oh, this must be this how they want me to act. This is it. You know what I'm saying?
I talk about that part.
And this part,
yeah,
they not showing no love to these kids, and then they just show. Then when they do show up, it's because somebody got one person got arrested outside. An event that had, when you had 500 kids, it's another 100 adults there, 600 people inside this building, all glowing with positivity, but this is what you report on. So the negative stuff that we allow the media to report on, and it just also shows that as a black community, we got to get back to those with resources and those with the powers that be. We need more stuff like The Truth. We need more black publications, more people doing things with their social media. All of you people that have big followers and stuff, start reporting. Make your social media a reporting of what's going on good. And I ain't saying every day, but just start doing that.
But you can, and you can. We are our own media, and people know it. DBJ said, congrats, Homer, on all your accomplishments. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Love you and appreciate you. LaRon Taylor on the YouTube page said, when you are doing what you are supposed to be doing, you do not get the attention. Most likely you don't crave attention, but when you mess up, you're going to be all over the place. And again, that's one of the things, before I go to the Truth Talk text lines, that I've always talked about, like, it makes it hard for the ones that are even being parents, because they may have, you may have somebody or their friends or the people that they associate with. They always in the news. They wanted the Kia boy, Kia girl. They wanted this. They were the ones doing that. Yeah, that's my friend, this, that, and the other. They get all of the attention most times, but the ones that are outstanding and doing great work, they created this and they were recognized in their school, or they were recognized in their community, or they were recognized by organizations. It doesn't get all of the headlines. So it's like, why, as what you were going into, why should I keep trying to do the good stuff? Because I'm not being rewarded for it. I'm not being congratulated. But all of the ones that are out here doing the crazy stuff, they picture on the news and all of that kind of stuff. Not for the right thing. We've got Andre on the True Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. Great morning, Andre. Love you, appreciate you. He's saying, regarding the media, what's your truth?
Hey, I think you guys do a great job, but, normally when you guys ask a question, with politicians and stuff, you bring them on the show. Why don't you do the same thing for the media? I mean, bring them on the show and be like, hey, how come you won at this event? How come you didn't cover any other positive? Call up the other news station. Now, I don't know if there's some unwritten rule courtesy regarding media, since you guys are media as well, but bring them in or question them or call them up, see if they respond.
Yeah, a lot of media won't come to, competing medias. So, that is an issue. Just like with me in my career, being blessed to be in radio, terrestrial radio. On June 11th will make 35 years that I've been in terrestrial radio. And there's guidelines that you have with, like, don't mention this, don't mention that, don't mention this. So sometimes in those type of settings, you're not able to actually, do that without it being seen as you're speaking with the competition. You're speaking against, you know what I mean? So that's probably why you don't see a lot of that going on. I've seen a couple of times over the last, I want to say maybe 10 years or so, where all of the media stations came together and they done like one kind of public service announcement. But I don't even recall what it was for, but then you saw people from each one. And this is why we also, whenever, to Andre, I hope you're still listening, when you see us play different news clips from different stations, you'll always hear us acknowledge here on The Truth and be like, that was a WISN 12 news clip. That was a Fox 6 news clip. That was a TMJ4 news clip. That was a CBS 58. Again, because they'll be like, hey, how y'all using our content? and y'all ain't gave us the credit, you know. So it's some different guidelines when it comes to media a lot of times. But like I say, do something crazy, everybody's showing up. Everybody's showing up. And if you notice when there's press conferences, you're going to see everybody with their own microphone. They're not going to take the audio that the other stations had. You're going to see their microphone with their little cone around it, letting you know that this is channel this is channel that, that's channel that. So they use their own. So that's something a little bit bigger than that. But we can always speak about it, just like they can speak about, well, this was said on this station, this was said, but they're going to always acknowledge that station. But I wish there was more unity like that, but radio is a competitive business. It's a competitive business. TV and media, period. Not to
cut you off. LeBron Taylor, 97.6 said, when you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, you do not get the attention. Most likely you don't crave attention, but when you mess up, it'll be all over the place.
That's the one I just read. Yep.
And what we're saying is that's not, we're not saying that's what this person, we're saying they're not giving the kids. We're not talking about the people that are working the event. We're talking about the kids that are showing up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I read the wrong one. I meant to.
The one that he just did?
Yeah.
I'm going to read that. But if.
Yeah, but if you're doing all of the good stuff, are you doing it for the accolades? Are you doing it to be on the news? Are you doing it for the people who need it? That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the kids.
Right.
And the kids deserve to, when they doing good stuff, they deserve to be talked about.
Especially when they're in the spotlight with everything else. And that's where I believe Dame is going with it, because that's where I'm going with it. It's like, so, and if you understand, even the Truth Community Awards, you know, that was introduced with Tory Lowe, these are people that, and I talk about it all the time, like the different accolades I get. I'm not out here saying, hey, y'all better give me this award. Hey, y'all better give me that award. So, no, it's not about that. Are we doing it for that in how your questions were in this particular post? When you're doing all the good stuff, are you doing it for the accolades? For me, the answer is no. Are you doing it to be on the news? My answer is no. Are you doing it for the people who need it? My answer is yes. But my thing is, again, if you're going to show it, be fair and balanced with it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? This is why we open up the Truth Talk text lines. Me, Dame, Bailey, we can give you our thoughts and opinions on it and be like, the hell with what y'all think. Mm-hmm. But no, we open it up because we want to hear from Truth Nation. We want to hear how you feel about this. What's your thoughts on this? Because they may not align with ours. And I'm just looking up here. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. Sorry about that, Will. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We'll be black.
Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
If oil gets to $90 a barrel, I'll be able to pay off my house. I think war is awful. It's terrible. It doesn't resolve things. It creates long-lasting hatred and even more conflict that the American people are always going to find themselves involved in.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon.
But if I don't have a mortgage, you know what I mean? You take the good with the bad. Didn't Donald Trump say he was going to end the wars? You can't have America first if you're involved in all these foreign wars. And there's people that believed him when he said that. He doesn't like wars. He said it many times. Said it on the campaign trail.
Catch it live on YouTube or tune in to 101.7 The Truth.
He's bombed just as much in his first year as any warmongering hawk president we've ever seen since World War II.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
Dad's gonna be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do the wiggles. The slate's coming in. What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
He's just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
Eastbound on National Avenue, right about at Brewers Boulevard, we've got the right lane blocked with an incident, so just watch out for that. Onto the freeway, though, eastbound 94 slowing down from 60th Street all the way through to 35th. We got the westbound side backing up out of the Stadium interchange towards Hawley as well. Northbound 41 backing up from Mayfair Road up past Burleigh. We've got northbound 4394 slowing from Howard Avenue up past Oklahoma Avenue. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny, a cooler by the lake, a high of 65 at the lakefront, 75 inland. And then tonight, chance of rain or storms, mostly cloudy, a low of 44. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome back to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. I am the legendary Homer Blow, along with my brother
MC Dame Elzy in the building.
Dane, there's some things going on with Iran and some other stuff, man.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Right now, Trump has moved a bunch of
boots on the ground.
Update y'all. Trump done moved a bunch of troops to the Middle East. And they're saying he's doing it to have the options of doing other stuff. He done moved these troops to have the option of doing a ground attack on Iran.
Mm-hmm.
Now, y'all, let's go to the chalkboard for a minute, y'all, and let's discuss this for a quick second. We're gonna go to the chalkboard, and we're gonna break it down a little bit, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once he's moved the troops to the Middle East, can we stop saying this
not
isn't
a war
now?
It's not a war.
Can we take that off of the list? Because Trump done got us involved in a war that he's saying ain't a war,
right?
Because he's just bombing them, and Obama has bombed people. Biden has bombed people. Facts. We get that. But now you want to have the option
to have troops on the ground.
To have troops there and boots on the ground. So can we just stop doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take that off the list. Trump is sending Americans to die when the outgoing intelligence chief stated there was no credible info of an imminent attack. So now you done started bombing people, and now you're gonna put American lives in danger when the man whose job it was to determine what the imminent danger that came from Iran said there was none.
Right.
There was no credible data that said Iran was gonna do anything to us.
Right.
So you're gonna send some troops to die. Potentially. It's an option for nothing. But when you ran to get in office, your whole thing was to end
wars.
You're the war ender.
Yep.
It
would have been settled in a day.
You're not going to have Americans in harm's way for other countries. It's going to be America first.
Right.
Make America great again.
Right.
How are you making America great again by destroying Iran? You're making America pockets great again?
Well, his pockets are greater.
What are you doing? And let Israel put their troops on the ground.
He's become a multi-billionaire. His pockets is...
He's 14. 1.4 billion. Let Israel put their troops in harm's way. Because that's who's running this, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's who we determined, and most scholars and most thinkers have come into determination that that's what's going on. Now let's compare. Let's just say he decides, y'all, to put troops on the ground, boots on the ground. What can we compare it to? Let's compare it to Iraq. The United States was in Iraq, y'all, for 8 years, 8 months, and 28 days. They talking about this is just going to be weeks. They was in Iraq for 8 years, 8 months, 28 days after the main invasion from March 20th, 2003 to the final withdrawal on December 18th, 2011 when Obama was in office. While major combat ended early, the U.S. maintained a prolonged military presence for nearly 9 years. Now let's compare Iraq to Iran. Iraq had a population of 25 million in 2003. 25 million. Guess how many people in Iran?
How many people, bro?
93 million people in Iran. So it took 8 years, 8 months, and 28 days for us to get out of Iraq. And they only had 25 million people. But Iran has 93 million people. And 75% of Iran is in an urban area. Whereas in Iraq, most of the people lived in the plains and not the cities.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of easier, right?
Yep.
The median age of an Iranian is 32 to 35. The median range for an Iraqi was 18. So you had young people who weren't really probably prepared for what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
But now you got Iran, urban, and the median age is 32 to 35, which means they're seasoned. It ain't gonna be easy if you put troops on the ground. It's not gonna be easy. And if it took 8 years, 8 months, and 28 days to finally get out of Iraq, we finna be in Iran, if he decides to do this, for 16 years? Because there was only 25 million people there.
Right.
So just double that. We're going to be there for 16 years. And just so y'all understand how many people that is, the Midwest of America has roughly 70 million people in the Midwest. We talking about 93 million. That's 23 million more people than in the Midwest, the middle part of America, in Iran. And you think if somebody came into the middle part of America, we would just stand by and let that happen?
Mm-hmm.
No. So again, let's stop saying this isn't a war. Let's start saying it is a war. Let's stop letting Trump put us in these positions. I don't know what it's going to take for y'all to realize what's happening here, to realize what's going on here. The midterms are coming. Republicans, I read something the other day, Homer. It said Republicans are retiring at the highest rate in 100 years from office. Why are they doing that?
You already know the heat.
The heat.
The heat is on.
They trying to get out of there.
Yep.
And this dude is keeping us in war.
And doesn't want to acknowledge it as such.
I'm going to step away from the chalkboard now.
Doesn't want to acknowledge it. Mahdi said, Mr. Dane, the Orange Man not playing. They taking that oil. They bombed our troops' equipment last week. USA, 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 here we come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just the same thing, and it's infuriating to me that he is allowed to do this, and that people were so stupid. And
yes,
ain't that crazy?
Yeah, that's from the comment section. Xavier, great morning. How you doing and feeling? You had to come in on that.
Whenever I get to talk about Iran, Xavier come through.
Tell the people what triggered you with the comment.
Working out this weekend, getting ready to get drafted.
That's what's happening, right?
I'm in the age range.
And they said they changed the age range to now it's 18 to 42.
Yep.
Correct. You're in there, right? You're a young whippersnapper, right, Dame?
No, sir.
You know what?
Dame Elgie is 49.
Are we gonna lose Will? Listen, Will.
Will, how old are you, Will?
Are you gonna be leaving?
Oh yeah, I'm gone.
You're out of here.
I'm basically gone.
Damn.
That's messed up, man.
That is, man. Will, we love you, man.
That's
I'm 23, so I'm prime.
Yeah. You're gonna be gone a long time.
You Private Ryan.
You're gonna be gone a long time.
You not Private Ryan, like you the one that survives.
You seen that movie? I don't want to be Private Ryan.
No,
right.
All of his brothers died.
Right, absolutely.
But he survived, so you're gonna survive. We know you're gonna survive. But we laughing and joking.
This is real.
But it's real. This is what they're considering, y'all.
Yep.
And they putting boots on the ground, and there's 90 million people in Iran, and they talking about they finna we're gonna do select enforcement, and we're just gonna drop in and sneak in and sneak out. No, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
You're not. Ain't no American finna sneak nowhere in Iran.
That part. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. Truth Talk text lines are still open for you, 833-212-1017. We'll take care of these bills, and we'll be black.
Truth Nation, it's that time again for the Tory Low Community Cleanup. Mark your calendars for Saturday, April 18th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. as we come together to clean up the city of Milwaukee. Be part of making a difference in our community. The Tory Low Community Cleanup, Saturday, April 18th, 8 to noon. Sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, Steinhoffels, Cousin Subs, Waste Management, and presented by the Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District, your clean water partner serving Greater Milwaukee for 100 years.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The baked potato just became the main event. At Loaded Spud, we take comfort food and turn it into something bold. Fresh baked potatoes piled high with creative toppings like buffalo chicken, steak and cheese, and classic loaded favorites, all made fresh and built to satisfy. Big flavor, generous portions, no shortcuts. It's fast, affordable, and proudly local. Loaded Spud, Milwaukee's most unexpected comfort food. Stop in today at 789 North Water Street or visit online at www.letsgetloaded.online.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Welcome, Black Truth Nation, to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother.
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad that they did the No Kings protest stuff this weekend.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm. People need to be reminded of the things that Trump has done and the things that he is doing. And when he's sending troops, let me tell you, and
had a large turnout at Washington Park too.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see that, because when we talk about the troops and people sending people to die, listen, I am never against the soldier's decision if he want to join the army and do all of that stuff, but I'm not for war. In this, it's a senseless war. It's not even World War II. Like I keep saying, was a war against Nazism. It was a war against a power that was trying to take over the world. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. I bet they killing Jewish people. They got them they doing this. They killing anybody that's different. The Aryan race, the master race. That's us now. But that's neither here nor there. This war. And the subsequent wars is like, this is just a war of global of wanting to be a global power and just take over stuff in other people's areas.
And them people are learning to work and live without the United States.
Yeah, you got Cuba. Cuba had the oil embargo. Trump did the oil embargo, and this is why Trump is such a punk. He had the oil embargo, and Cuba they've had so many people die because of it. Their lights is off, hospitals not able to run. But then Russia says, "All right, that's enough. We're sending a tanker full of oil over there." Mm-hmm. You think Trump gonna stop that tanker? No, Trump was like, "Y'all can come through,
right?
Y'all come through, man. I'm just playing. Everybody else can't come, but Russia, that's you. Mm-hmm. Come on in, man. Putin, that's you." Oh, come on in, man. I'm just playing.
Mahdi said Russian is blacking Iran. Those Muslims will never give up.
Oh, never.
I'm telling you, women, kids,
never.
They are part of the fight.
That's why nobody has gone. That's why Biden didn't want to go over there. That's why Obama didn't want to go over there. That's why people talk about Iran this, Iran that. Take your ass over there if you want to, mm-hmm. and find out. One time, my homie on the block, this is funny correlation, but it is show what I'm saying. This dude that came from down south and was on our block for the summer, and was messing with my guy's girlfriend. And he was like, we were sitting on my porch, and my daddy's from Mississippi. And so my daddy was sitting there telling him, my guy was like, man, I'm finna go fight this dude. Mm-hmm. He keep messing with my girlfriend. And my dad was like, don't you go over there messing with that country boy.
Right.
Don't you go over there messing with that country. Don't you do it.
Right.
Like, and he's city tough. He's like, I'm gonna do it. And he went over there and did it. And we sat on that, me and my daddy sat on that porch and watched my guy get his get beat up and down that hill for 3 hours across the street. Now everybody done told Trump, don't you go over there messing with them Iranians. Mm-hmm. You put them sanctions on them.
That's right.
You do whatever you gotta do. But don't you go over there messing with them Iranians. And the Iranians was like, cool, you want to put sanctions on us? Bet. Mm-hmm. We'll take them. You want us to have nuclear stuff? Bet. Come look. We're not doing it. Mm-hmm. Trump think he tough. Man. Like what movie was that? Boys in the Hood? You think you tough.
Yeah.
That's what Trump think he tough. And he gonna find out that my Iranians ain't playing. And I'm not saying that we're gonna lose. I'm not saying that I want us to lose. I'm saying there's a reason nobody is going over there.
Right.
But Trump just does what he wants to do.
The arrogance, bro. The arrogance. And now even with hearing him turn on some of the Republicans and talk about them, man, like anybody that doesn't agree with his narrative. He's even talking about a couple of the Supreme Court judges that he picked. And he's like, what? Picked. Yeah.
They had this weekend, the Senate voted to pay the
TSA
employees. Republicans in the House said no. Trump did what appears to be the right thing, signed an executive order to make sure that they can get paid. So hopefully that executive order works. But why is he doing that? Because they are catching hell. And you got all, like I just said, 100 years, no Republicans have decided, not this many Republicans have decided they weren't going to run again. It's been 100 years. This is the most. It's just like, I'm done. I'm out of here. This is not for me. I'm not going to talk bad about it. I'm not going to do, but they're showing it in their actions. I'm out.
Oh yeah, their town halls are not going great with them standing behind some of the policies because again, FAFO has been in effect. And the people who thought that they were going to be unscathed by all of these irrational, in my opinion, choices and decisions that the orange man is making, they finding out, hold on. I thought this was only going to affect them.
Yep.
I thought when you talked about DEI that we didn't have anything to worry about.
Right.
We losing jobs too. Our farms are suffering too.
That's that part.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, hold on.
Gas, like I just said, gas. It used to cost me $42 to fill up the Jeep. The other day I went, it was $70.
Bruh.
It was $70.
Bruh.
So if you somebody that drives a lot like I do, picking up kids, that makes a difference.
Absolutely.
That's $30 a week.
Absolutely, bro.
And so it's hitting people. All of his policies now are hitting people directly in the face.
They feeling it. They FAFOing.
And so the Republicans in the office is like, man, if you're a politician, the worst thing to do, especially if you're an incumbent, is to lose. So instead of losing, I'm going to step down and I'm out. Because his own district where Mar-a-Lago is, they just elected a Democrat.
Right.
So what you're seeing is people are saying, nah, I'm not even finna take this L for you, fam.
Right.
I'm just gonna step down. You put somebody in that you want to run and see if they win. Because I'm not finna lose, and then my career is over as a politician. Because once you start losing, it's hard to come back.
Yep. And again, a lot of those Republican representatives, man, they catching it from the people that they know.
Man.
Like, and their families are suffering. And it's like, how are you steadily voting and supporting this? And it's hurting us.
It's hurting them
It's
directly.
destroying us too. You know, I thought this was going to be, again, everybody thought that you can go and spray recklessly in a room and none of your people going to get hit. You know,
you in a gas chamber, but none of the gas gonna get you.
Right.
Because you're the special one.
Right.
We all in the gas chamber right now, and that may have been an insensitive remark, but I'm just saying that's how it feels.
Right.
And you can't think that if you don't have a gas mask, it's going to affect you. And the only
That's
people
it.
with the gas mask are the 1%, the top 1% that are getting all of this money, doing all of this stuff. But we got to pay more at the pumps. We got to pay more at the grocery store. We have to pay more here and more there. Listen, they wanted to have this stuff. If you read Project 2025, y'all better hope these midterms happen.
Right.
Y'all better hope they happen.
Right.
Y'all better hope they don't put ice in these voting spots and then just complete. Because then they just gonna after that, it's a complete takeover.
Yep. Absolutely.
Can't hide it no more.
And that's real talk. That's real talk. As we get ready to come to a wrap up, Dame.
Great show.
Absolutely. What you got?
I'll be back Wednesday. Shout out to Bailey who's in tomorrow. And shout out to y'all, all my kids, NPS kids on spring break. Stay out of trouble. Have fun.
Yep. Shout out to Good Karma brand on a great and overwhelmingly resounding, successful Thanasis Live at the Riverside Theater. I'm glad that I was able to attend. Guests of the mayor as well as Good Karma brand and Ric Flair. Woo! And to Antonia and of course D-Star, thank you very much for this humble induction into the Milwaukee Hip Hop Museum. Love you, babes. Talk to my agent. We are up out of here for now. Peace. Thank you, Will.